Now, this is a county, Volusia County. As you recall, I lived in DeLand before this hurricane. Volusia County Beach Safety Operations. Volusia County is run out of DeLand, as far as I know, unless they have like a separate Daytona version. This golf thing was here for the longest time. This was here when I lived here at my little house. We had been to that many times. In fact, when my mother was alive in 2006 or so, when we all got together for one of the last times, that was where we went to play goofy golf. All the kids, you know, my two sisters, our families, and everybody else. We kind of had a bit of a misunderstanding on that day because Mommy was getting older. I was getting worn out. She wanted me to spend a lot of time with her. And between her and homeschooling my son and me trying to work and do stuff, I was getting tired. And I just wanted to be relieved. I just wanted a vacation. And for my other brothers and sisters, I thought, well, somebody could help and sit with her. She wanted every meal to be sat down with, and that's called, I learned from, you know, Alzheimer's and everything else. It's not that she had Alzheimer's, but in old age, and when people are getting tired and exhausted, they want a lot of attention. And that's called nesting. And some old age places call that nesting or sundowning, where sundowning is when you roam around at nighttime. She didn't do that. It was more like she just wanted all kinds of attention. And I love my mother so much, and I tried, but we got into that argument because I'm like, you all are here on vacation, spend time with your mother, and they wanted to go off to Disney World or, I don't know, just go out to eat and do all this other stuff. But she didn't want to do that. She just wanted to sit in the living room and look at them and hear their voices. It was really very simple, and they didn't understand that that's what she needed. So we actually had an argument over here at the golf thing over here, and some bad words were said, and nobody understood why that was happening from our point, mine and Kaya's point of view. But either way, here's the thing. Nathan Cobb. So it says 1,000 feet beyond this panel out there in the ocean is a buried surprise in 1896. Now this is about 10 years, let's see, 88 is when our Norman Harwood dies. So 6 or 7 years later, a boat is going to Georgia to New York, or New York to Georgia, and she's filled with lumber and railroad ties, and lost her mast in a storm that swept the damaged ship south to Florida here. Ormond Beach was left with an abandoned hull. This is Ormond Beach right here. A cargo of wood and many goods stories. Built at Rockland, Maine, and named for the shipyard's patriarch, the Cobb, measured however many feet with oak framing and covered by pine. An Atlantic gale nearly capsized the struggling vessels and her heavy load of cross ties and lumbers for railroads. Cross ties are for railroads. This stuff. These things for railroads. This is the boat, and this is this stuff up here, which ends up on this house. She lost 2 men overboard and drifted down to Ormond Beach for more adventures, including desperate efforts to save her remaining crew. At Ormond, the Nathan Cobb's bad luck continued. Onshore helpers repeatedly failed to reach the ship on their small boats. Finally, the captain managed to swim in with a line, but not before the rescue boat flipped in the surf, drowning a young Ormond hotel worker called Freed Waterhouse. I think in one thing it's called Freeman Waterhouse. The schooner's crewmen eventually were saved, but the Cobb was a total loss. Still, the ship was not totally gone. Despite some savaging and attempted demolition, the Nathan F. Cobb remained a beach attraction. She was also a hazard, as one race driver found in 1908 when he crashed his car into the shipwreck at night. In later years, the sand-covered hull has made occasional appearances at very low tides. From her hopeful launching in Maine to her tragic end here, the Cobb furnished a maritime drama. Up there by the Ormond Hotel, right around behind of it, where I took the pictures about a month ago, is this little cottage, the Nathan Cobb Cottage at Orange, about 1900. 4 years later, built of savage wood, including cross ties and the ship's nameplate. It was photographed by the nationally known William Henry Jackson. The small house still stands near the former Ormond Hotel. This has always been here. This, I think, it used to be colored aqua, maybe, or maybe it was yellow. I can't remember. Hi. So out here somewhere is a boat. Remains. Now the Nathan Cobb, I'm pretty sure, leads to us to Cobb's Corner. And Cobb's Corner leads us to, what's his name? Norman Harwood, the mysterious man hanging or shot at the Ormond Hotel. The Fairchild, which was then called the Harwood Fairchild Oak Tree. This could sell. Now, if we come a little closer to the beach side, we can look out to the Atlantic, and I can see my friend. Hang on a second. If I use my extra telescopic binoculars and point myself right about this way here, I can see England, and I can see my friend on Facebook, David, in England. If I look this way, I can wave to my friends in Africa. And if I look this way, right over here, I can wave to my friends in, not Brazil, Venezuela. And Brazil is on the other side, way on down there. Key West is actually on the other side of our lifeguard here. And Mexico is about this way. Maybe. And this is me. And this is Ormond, Florida. We're at the Cardinal Approach.